today on your Thanksgiving. This is the RT Boxing Show with your host, Mr.A. Thumbs up and thank you for your time and support, especially today. Today's episode is about the vacant WBC International Heavyweight title. The bout is taking place in Russia on November 27th between Sergey Kuzmin out of Russia taking on the American Amir Mansour. Now, Sergey, he's from Russia, fighting out of Russia. He has a 75 and a half reach. He's 30 years old. He's 6'3". He's an orthodox fighter. He's ranked number 30 in the world by BoxRec, of course. Every time you hear me say what they're ranked in the world, these numbers are according to BoxRec. And his career is 11-0 with 8 KOs, so he's fighting at a 73% knockout ratio. And throughout his career, he expanded 44 rounds. Now you got his challenger, Amir Mansour, who's out of the USA. He's 45 years old. He himself has a 74-inch reach, so he's giving up an inch and a half to Sergey. He's a southpaw, so we got a southpaw and an orthodox matchup. Could be a lot of head bumps, maybe foot stepping on. He's 6'1", so he's giving up an inch and a half in reach, and he's giving up 2 inches in height. He's ranked number 32 in the world, so we got a 30 versus number 32. He's 23-2 with 1 draw. He's out of those 23 wins, he has 16 knockouts, so he's fighting at a 62 knockout percentage. And out of his 2 losses, he's been KO'd once, and that was against Dominic Brazil when his jaw was broken and he couldn't come out the corner. So it counts as a KO, but he's never been like on the mat, couldn't get up KO. So that is a nice little breakdown of that. Oh, and out of his career, like I said, he's 23-2-1. His career expands to 122 rounds. So if you want to look at any type of little matchmaking for people who like to bet on fights, you need all the numbers you can, all the little details. Like once again, a 75 and a half reach for Sergey. He's 6'3", and Amir Mansour is giving up 1.5 inch on the reach. He's giving up 2 inches, but what he does have is the experience in the rounds, 122 rounds versus the 44 rounds of the career of Sergey. Now, that being said, this is Mr. A saying thank you again for your time and support. If you are a new viewer, hopefully you become a new subscriber. Get this show to 200 subscribers before the new year. That'd be a very kind gift, and show those people, because I'm gonna need backing for this to be a worldwide viewed show. You know, they could have YouTube channels. We want a boxing show. So that being said, thank you. Now, the breakdown for these 2 fighters. As far as feet and legs, Sergey is more of a he's light on his feet. He ain't gonna do no like movement, but he's more of a just, he walks. He can walk you side to side. He ain't gonna be hopping around on his feet. It's more of just a change a little direction here, just little walk there, little walks, and he's walking you forward. He gets a little leverage from his legs from power, but mainly he's just a simple-minded feet and leg guy. Decent speed for a 6'3" guy, but mainly he's just going to just walk forward, little steps backwards. Now, I'm giving this category to Amir Mansour. Now, Amir, he's always bouncing. Not always, but he's tend to now try to box a little more, but he's always on his feet. He's bouncing around constantly in and out like a Manny Pacquiao with movement in and out. He's changing levels with his legs. He's bending with his waist. He could change angles. He'll give you a different inside angle when in an inside fight game. So he'll jump to the side real fast. And so definitely the trickier person to tame if you're trying to control someone's legs, would be Amir Mansour. Now going with the defense, Kuzmin, I believe it's Sergey Kuzmin, not Kuzmin. It's Kuzmin. He's more of just a high guard, eat you up, punch you, let you punch him in here, and then just get you right back. You know, punch with defense, and punch you. He's more about controlling the gap, and if he's inside, he'll just grab you. He's not really a slip. Like I said, I don't like to include slipping and because that's your basic dodge. You know, you shouldn't be credited for slipping a punch. No one wants to get hit. So Amir Mansour, his defense, like I said, his legs, he goes in and out. He changes his rhythms up and down. He's good at he'll beat you to the punch, or he'll catch you and pull you. So he'll counter you with our defense, catch a shot and go right back at you. So again, with his leg movement, I slightly give it to Amir Mansour, but both these guys are very hittable. It's just I believe Amir Mansour is a little elusive, whether it's be with the hips or with the shoulders, but he has the feet movement as well. Let's see if we get some more little sun. There we go, get a little sunlight in here. Now, as far as the arm category, the offensive category, we're going to go straight for the heavyweight section. Who has the one-shot hitter quitter power? If I'm me, Mr. A is going to get hit in the face, who do I want to get hit by? Ooh. Punch for punch. Who am I going to take one punch from? I think I will take the one punch. I know, because I think Amir gets more leverage in his punches through his legs. But just stand still, punch for punch. I might go with Sergey because he has a pretty good vicious. Even though Amir Mansour had that knockout on Cassie, I'm gonna go with the right hand of Sergey though. That's a pretty good right hand. Now jab for jab. Who has a better jab? They both use a jab as to get themselves in. You know, they both double pump it. Like I said, it's not really a weapon jab. It's more of a blind you jab, and then I'm coming behind it with something. So
now guess what house he lives in?
I'm gonna say the more better blinding jab is probably, I'm gonna give it to Sergey because it'll tie right into the next category of the combination variation. That blinding jab turns into his key weapon is his overhand right. So the jab is used better for his main weapon. Now the combination variation goes to Amir Mansour because Sergey is all I blind you, overhand right, and a nice left hook to the body. That typical, very traditional European textbook style. They just do it well. Now Amir Mansour, he doubles the jab, he'll do some hooks, uppercuts, double up to the body. Amir Mansour is kind of like a polished street fighter, so he'll throw everything at you. So the combination variation, I'm going to give to Amir Mansour. The speed variation, I think both of them just throw with intent to hurt. Now, who is favored in this matchup? I do not know, but I will go with the house. I believe that builder is going to favor Sergey. They're not going to be rooting for Amir, so I'm going with that as Sergey being the favorite. Now this is a hard prediction. This is a very hard prediction because part of me as a boxing fan, because I have my favorites and I have people I really dislike, but I never really let that come into my videos, my segments. But so as a fan, I would tell you, I would like to see Amir Mansour win this fight because since this is a WBC international belt, maybe somehow that could get a title shot, a voluntary somewhere with Deontay Wilder if he can't get an AJ fight or a Luis Ortiz or I guess what a vacant after this mandatory like Dominic Brazil. Mansour would be a good, I think, respectable opponent who you know is gonna bring a fight to Deontay Wilder. And I would like to see if he can knock out Amir Mansour. I think that'd be a great fight. How much credit will Deontay Wilder get for that? But I don't know. But I said that's just my fan part of me. The fan part of boxing want to see Amir Mansour win just for that future matchup, that dream matchup. Now, who do I think will win this fight? Given that Amir Mansour has the speed in the legs and the feet and good power in his arms, I could see him going in and out, stop, get enough points if not stopping Sergey. But Sergey is slowly getting better, but I don't know if he's going to use his jab enough. But I'm going to go on the limb here, and I'm going to pick behind the jab, slowing him down. I'm going to pick the hometown hero, Sergey Kuzmin, to upset Amir Mansour with a jab, just keeping him at bay. Because Amir Mansour is going to come rushing in with aggression, like he always does. Pit bull, trying to hurt him and get him out of there. But I'm going with a small, like I said, I wanted to say Amir, but I'm going with Sergey Kuzmin with a split decision over Amir Mansour and becoming the new WBC International Heavyweight Champion. This is Mr. A saying thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the show. You know, there's a lot of things you be doing for Thanksgiving, but thank you for giving me your time and support. I appreciate it. Enjoy that turkey.